Business representatives this week, though, with your suggestion that they should introduce an apprenticeship system if they're going to employ skilled workers outside of the EU. Their business is calling that an apprenticeship tax. And then yesterday we hear a negative klaxon from Ed Balls on high-speed rail. How is your relationship with big business at the moment? Well, open to people from abroad, because they would have to be open to people from the EU. So the idea that it would be a local apprentice is not the case, is it?
Well,
we're going to be speaking to Damien McBride, of course, former special advisor to Gordon Brown, not within the conference centre, but outside of the conference centre. What do you make of all of the talk of dirty tricks and smears that have come up as a result of what he's written?
Well, I think the admission...
I wonder whether you believe, or you expect viewers to believe, that nobody else in the Labour Party at the time knew what he was up to. Indeed, for joining us.
19 minutes past 7, let's catch up with the weather. Here's Carol.
Thanks, Billy. Good morning. If you're travelling this morning, particularly across the southern half of the country, watch out for patchy, dense fog. It'll be with us for a wee while yet before it lifts. In its wake, there'll be some sunshine, but for some western and eastern parts of the country today, there'll be some stubborn cloud once again. You can see from the lack of isobars across the UK, we're not expecting much in the way of wind or even a breeze. So this morning across the southeast, there is that fog. The Met Office have yellow warnings out for it, and it should lift probably as we go through towards 10 o'clock this morning or thereabouts. Into the southwest, there's some low cloud around starting to break. It's the same across Wales. Lot of cloud around. Some of it is low, some of it breaking this morning from the west. Now, drifting across the northwest of England and into Northern Ireland, again, a fair bit of cloud, although the west of Northern Ireland should brighten up as we go through the course of the day. For Scotland, there's a lot of cloud around. Still some rain from a weather front across the Northern Isles. And again, not a cold start to the day with all this cloud, not a cold start to the day across the northeast of England, where we also have quite a bit of low cloud, producing some drizzle here and there. So as the fog lifts, watch how this cloud melts away, and for many parts of England and also Wales, away from the east, we'll have some sunshine. Northern Ireland and Scotland hanging on to a fair bit of cloud, but we will see some breaks in the west and temperatures responding accordingly. Now, as we head through the evening and overnight, the rain across the Northern Isles will topple across northern and northeastern parts of Scotland, fringing down in towards the northeast of England. And elsewhere, there'll be a lot of cloud around, but where it breaks, especially in the south once again, we're prone to some more patchy fog, which could be dense in places. So that will lift during the course of tomorrow. Again, tomorrow we start off on a slow note. There'll be a lot of cloud around, but gradually the cloud will melt and we'll see more sunshine develop. And temperature-wise, well, not bad for many southern parts of the country. We're looking at between 18 and 20, but you'll notice already across the north, behind the weather front, things start to cool down a touch. And talking of the north, across Scotland and the northeast of England, where the weather front will be tomorrow, it will be a weak affair, but it will still produce some light rain or some drizzle. And then for some, on Thursday, things start to turn more unsettled. Billy and Susanna.
All right, Carol, thanks very much.
When actress Angelina Jolie announced that she'd had a preventative double mastectomy to reduce her risk of genetic breast cancer, she helped make other women aware of the dangers.
One leading cancer charity says it now receives 4 times the number of inquiries from women concerned that they may be carrying the gene, which would make them more likely to develop the disease.
Well, news of Angelina's operation became public back in May, and it was around then that another woman, Bobby Lambden, was preparing for her own surgery. Graham Satchell went to meet her.